the quality of life for all. Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Voria led leaders on a Meet the People tour in Jomvuku constituency. It is here that they drummed up support for President William Ruto's re-election, saying his government has focused on improving the region's economic prospect. They called on Mombasa residents to shun divisive politics and focus on electing leaders who are development-minded.
Kuna vidudu mtu ambao wanayumbisha misimamo ya wananchi wetu. Wanakuja hapa kufundisha wananchi kusema one term. Wanakuja hapa kutueleza siasa ya ukabila. Sisi tunataka kusema Mheshimiwa Rais amelete usawa wa maendeleo. Amelete usawa kuhakikisha yule aliyekuwa ameachwa sasa ameketi kwa meza ya taifa la Kenya.
Serikali kuchukua jukumu na kusema ya kwa ni lazima wale ambao walikuwa katika mstari wa mbele, vile Raila Amolo Odinga aliweka sahihi yake, tuweze kuwafidia hawa watoto wetu. Haikuanza na William Samoei Ruto. Serikali zote zilopita, leo hii watu wetu wanaweza kupatiwa fidia yao. Ilikuwa ni msimamo wa Raila Amolo Odinga na msimamo wa ODM. Lakini chini ya hii muungano tunasema yote yanawezekana na tumelifanya.
Mheshimiwa Rais William Samoei Ruto anampa Mheshimiwa Mvurya milioni 39 ambazo zishaingia kwenye akaunti ya Jomvu. Mara ya kwanza Jomvu tutaanzisha Technical Training College. Mpigieni William Samoei Ruto.
Over 200 families displaced following a fire incident at Astral in Githogoro, Karura Ward last Friday have received food donations. A Westlands Member of Parliament, Timo Nyonyi, visited the affected families and donated maize flour, rice, cooking oil, sugar, green grams, tea leaves, salt, soap and blankets. Speaking during the distribution exercise, the legislator reaffirmed his commitment to supporting Westlands residents in times of crisis, calling on well-wishers to humanitarian organizations to continue assisting the victims as they rebuild their lives.
Ile siku tulishikwa na janga ya moto, tuliadhirika vibaya sana. Kwa sana mimi nilikuwa ndani ya nyumba, nilikosa pahali mpaka la kutokea, kukapata watu wakatusaidia, nikatoka kwa nyumba na watoto wangu. Sasa hiyo siku ilikuwa gumu sana, juu tulipoteza kila kitu. Hatuna chochote, tuna vitambulisho, hatuna mpaka nguo za kuvaa. Tunalala kwa kanisa na shule iko hapa ya watoto, ndio tunalala ndani.
Na tutazidi kutembea na nyinyi. Hii tumeleta si ya mwisho. Mimi bado nitarudi hapa. Tuko na shida ndogo ndogo pia mimi nimesikia. Na zile shida ndogo ndogo, kuna wale kama vitabu imeungua, kuna wale maneno ya school fees, tutatembea na nyinyi pole pole. Tuko na ofisi kuu hapa. ID zao pia zimechomeka. Nafikiria bwana DCC tutaangalia hiyo maneno hizi ID.
Nataka nishukuru Mheshimiwa Timo Nyonyi kwa kazi ambayo ametufanyia hapa Westlands, na tunamshukuru kwa kuja kwake leo, kwa kutuma watu wake, kwa kutupea kitu kidogo ambacho ameweza kutupatia.
In other news, the Road Safety Association of Kenya has asked Kenyans to stop paying instant fines being imposed by the National Transport and Safety Authority on speeding motorists. Those who have already paid the fines have been asked to contact the association's office and provide payment details. Association Chairman David Carey says the fines are in contravention of a High Court order issued on May 29, 2026, stopping the implementation of its instant fine system through a private company, saying that these fines are illegal. The conservatory order issued by Kerugoya High Court Judge Dennis Kizito Magare suspended the implementation of the public-private partnership between the authority and the Pesa Print Limited Consortium in respect of design online. In his ruling, Justice Magaris gave NTSA 10 days to file submissions ahead of an inter-parties hearing whose date is yet to be fixed.
Zile fines ambazo zinaendelea kuchukuliwa hazifai, na tunaomba Wakenya usikubali kulipa hizo instant fines hata ukitumiwa ticket, kwa sababu tuko na hii ni court order tulipata ya kusimamisha na ilisimamisha. Ukiangalia sababu kuu iliyofanya kabisa twende kotini ni vile hizi kamera wameweka. Ukiangalia hizi kamera zimewekwa kwa highway, zimewekwa expressway. Highway yote ni 110 speed ambaye it is gazetted. Hiyo ndio speed ya gari ndogo.
Coastal youth have been urged to enroll in technical and vocational education and training institutions to acquire practical skills that will improve their employability and steer them away from drug abuse, crime and other social vices. Labour and Skills Development Principal Secretary Shadrach Madime made the appeal in Changamwe, Mombasa County during the distribution of National Government Constituency Development Fund bursary checks worth 2.9 million shillings to 800 Form 4 students. Madime encouraged young people who do not attain university entry grades to pursue technical and vocational training, saying the institutions equip learners with marketable skills that enable them to secure employment or establish their own businesses.
At Mathenge Technical, we encourage, we do hands-on skills, hands-on training. We are proud, we don't do theory here. What we do is practicals, because we want our trainees, when they go to the industry, they practice what they train.
We call upon all the stakeholders to support the RPL agenda, as it has been identified by the government to be one of the golden keys that is expected to stimulate our economic growth.
We realize that these learners that come to TVET, they mostly come to learn skill, and when there is more of theory and less of practical, at times they feel like they didn't achieve what they came for. And now we are very grateful to the ministry and to the government for coming up with this very wonderful curriculum that is more of practical and less of theory.
But that report brings us to our first break here on Lunchtime News. Don't go too far, we still have more news coming up.
Africa Kimi, the Moroccan captain, is over it. Went the lateral route, clever ball into the area, what a goal! Brilliantly worked move! Asalina Nahe! Poked forward by the Fougerolles, but he's missed out. Chance of a break here, they've got 4 forward. Brilliant chance, Brown Diaz on the way! This could win it! Brown Diaz poking it through, that'll do it! It's 2!
Dial *977# or download my Power app to access Kenya Power services fast and easy. Kenya Power, nuru ya Kenya.
Umechoka kutumia links za kukwama? Cheki, free rewards ni hatari.
Bro, ulikuwa unatumia wrong link na wrong info. Unahitaji info sahihi na link sahihi.
Ni time ya info sahihi. IEBC Continuous Voter Registration iko live. Mistari ndefu Z, hakuna cha wrong links.
Main character energy unlocked. Right information, right direction. My vote is my ultimate choice.
Jisajili leo katika ofisi ya eneo bunge, kituo cha huduma au Customer Experience Center iliyopo Anniversary Towers, Nairobi. Kuwa change, kura yako ndio future yetu sote.
Mimi ni Roro baba. Mimi ni Cristiano. Niko sana, niko sure Cristiano lazima abebe World Cup.
Personally, Morocco has been the best. Kila mtu ameona vile Morocco Sumona alikuwa amepiga goli moja wakakomboa yule Isa almost dakika ya mwisho akaenda penalty, na kama unakumbuka 2022 World Cup Morocco, nakumbuka walifika walitoa Portugal, wakatoa Spain, lakini waliangukia France. They played well against France, lakini ndio hivyo, bahati ya mabao ikaangukia France.
World Cup kulingana na mimi naona bado yaendelea vizuri. Hata ingawa vijana wetu wa Afrika hapa wameumia kweli. Wale wametolewa, wale wamebaki bado tutawasupport.
Welcome back. This is Lunchtime News. Outstanding leaders and institutions from across the country have been recognized at the Bobea Leadership Awards for their dedication to public service, innovation and community impact. The awards brought together leaders from different sectors to celebrate individuals whose work has positively transformed lives and promoted national development. The flagship Current Affairs program aired on Kenya Broadcasting Corporation Semana Spokes and hosted by government spokesperson Isaac Maura won the Most Informative Show award in recognition of its role in keeping Kenyans informed on government policies and governance. Organizers say the awards seek to inspire excellence by recognizing leaders from different generations and professionals who continue to make meaningful contributions to society.
Tunaifanya every Thursday to 9 p.m. Tunaleta watu wa gava, ma CSS, ma PSS, na tumefanya already editions 32, 33 na tunaendelea. So we are really happy with KBC. Leo tunafanya kazi pamoja. This is the most informative show for the second year running. We won the same award last year. Hiyo tulikuja first runners up. Lakini saa hii tumekuja nambari 1.
You find a lot of grassroots leaders are not like a sort of being recognized for the efforts they are putting on at the grassroots level. And today with the Bobea Leadership Award, it serves as like a sort of catalyst to ensure that we accelerate whatever efforts we've been doing, or rather continue with the commendable work.
I'm extremely excited and honored to be recognized out of the 1,450 MCAs in the Republic of Kenya. It means a lot to me.
It's quite an honor, especially because our work is very misunderstood. But for me, this is a confirmation that people actually recognize that we're doing a good job.
Every day is a new opportunity start up, and this means a lot to me, and I don't take it for granted.
The government is encouraging investment in high-rise buildings in Kiambu County to curb the challenge of dwindling land for agricultural farming. Speaking during a signing ceremony for the development of 2 multi-story residential towers at Tatu City, Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industrialization, Lee Kinyanjui, said that agricultural land is rapidly being consumed by residential houses. He called for investment in vertical buildings to free land for agriculture and avert long-term food security challenges. Kenyanjui also commended Tatu City management for creating an enabling environment for investors and residents and assured them of the government support and security.
We have seen agricultural land previously being consumed at a very high rate by the residential construction. So the more we go vertical, the more we are going to have land available for agriculture. And if you look at the development as have been shown, I am sure it is going to help us in also addressing those other long-term food security sort of challenges that would otherwise be there.
As an enabler to working, as Stephen said, courting investors to come, this is another cup, and we are really happy. We wish we could be able to do more of this week on week, month on month is what we want to really do. And for us at Kenya Investment Authority, will really be there for you, to walk with you all the way.
Now, on matters education, the government has been urged to increase capitation for schools to enable effective implementation. Or rather, let's take a look at the story.
It is our prayer that the government might find a formula to be able to assist learners who advance to higher levels within these competitions, so that they are well funded and also get an opportunity to be able to showcase the kind of talent and the kind of gifts they have.
For example, kama pesa za michezo, pesa ikiwa na watoto wadogo wachache shuleni, hizo pesa haziwezi kukusaidia hata kupeleka watoto hata kwa sub county level. Serikali ifanye kitu, iongeze hizo pesa ili watoto wetu waweze kupata manufaa.
Sisi ni party ambayo iko very sober. Tunataka maendeleo. Tunaenda mahali maendeleo tunaona yendi, tuulize hiyo maendeleo ijaribu iende hapo.
We want to thank the government for the disbursement that they gave us. It has supported activities. At this point, there are teams that are supposed to be self-sponsored, and that's why we have invited our friends to help us see how this team can proceed to the regionals, which shall be held in Bungoma starting next week.
And in the political arena, a section of clergymen from Nairobi Eastlands is calling on politicians to embrace peace and reject divisive politics amid rising political tensions in the country. The church leaders reaffirmed their commitment to promoting peace, reconciliation and national cohesion, urging all Kenyans to work together in safeguarding the country's unity. The appeal was made during celebrations that marked 35 years of ministry by Bishop Joseph Njoroge of JRCC Church in Jiro. During the event, Bishop Njoroge was honored as a peace ambassador by the United Nations representative in recognition of his contribution in peace building and community service.
Kishukuru watu wa UN ambao wamekuja siku ya leo na mabishop wote ambao wamekuja siku ya leo kunipatia certificate ya peace ambassador ndani ya nchi yetu ya Kenya na nje ya Kenya. Na kwa hivyo pia ningetaka niseme ya kwamba kila mahali watu wa upinzani na wasio wa upinzani walio katika serikali, ni ombi langu tuweke amani kila mahali. Vijana tunaelekea msimu wa siasa. Ningeomba, tumeona goons wakifanya kazi mbaya na ni watoto wetu ambao tumezaa huku Kenya. Kwa hivyo ningeomba hizi 200 tunapewa ama 500 ni ndogo sana kuliko nchi ya Kenya. Maana nchi ya Kenya ni nchi kubwa. Tuangalie, maana nyinyi wa vijana ndio tunawaangalia siku ya kesho na siku za usoni.
And in other news, the family of a 62-year-old retired Kenya Ports Authority officer James Mvai is demanding justice and a speedy investigation following his brutal killing after he was allegedly attacked in his farm, beaten and set on fire in broad daylight in Rabai Sub-County, Kilifi County. Now, speaking after collecting the body at the Coast General Teaching and Referral Hospital mortuary, the devastated family members said they're still struggling to come to terms with the tragic loss, even as they sought justice for their loved one. Sentiments echoed by the deceased eldest daughter, Jane Malombo, by 23, who expressed the family's uncertain future following the loss of their father, who was the family's sole breadwinner.
Dadi wetu aliuliwa na watu bado wako huko nje wakipata shughuli zao kama kawaida, wakituacha sisi mayatima bila baba. Na sisi bado ni wadogo, bado tutasoma. Nani atatulipia school fees sisi? Nani atatuangalia sisi? Mama ana kazi. Nilikuwa tuangalia dadi sisi.
So tunahimiza katika asisi za kisalama waweze kuchukua hatua, tujue huyu mzee aliuliwa kwa sababu gani, na wao ambao wamehusika katika jambo hili tuweze kuwaona katika mkono wa sheria umechukua hatua yake.
Now, residents of Olkalau turned out in large numbers for the Nyandarua community run ahead of the planned Lake Bolosat Marathon. Now, the marathon is a flagship event sent to feature during the 3-day Olkalau Bolosat Cultural Fit. This comes as the Ministry of Tourism intensifies efforts to promote the country's lesser-known gems as major tourist attractions. Our reporter Regina Manyara has the details of the morning's event.
Good afternoon to you too. We are coming to you live from Nyandarua County, and this is Olkalau. Since the wee hours of the morning, it has been a beehive of activity in as far as sports is concerned. With residents of Olkalau, age not restricted, we've had participants as young as 10 years and as old as 60 participating in the Nyandarua community run. And I'm just going to bring two gentlemen who participated in this particular run to tell us what was the inspiration from this and what has been their experience. So give us your name, tell us how your experience has been.
My name is Chris Nderito from Sapporo team, and first of all is to thank my coaches, Mr. Sapporo and my coach Mary. They have been very supportive. The race have not been easy. I finished the race, but I didn't manage to come. I didn't manage to come at the best, but I finished the race, and just want to say thank you to God for everything.
All right. So are you going to be participating in the upcoming marathon next week? We are having the All Bolosat marathon. Are you going to be participating in this too?
Yeah, after this, we have knew our weaknesses, so we are going to work for them. And for the coming matches, races, we are very ready for them, and we promise to give our best.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's hear from another participant too. So tell us your name and how your experience has been, and if you're going to use this particular experience to take part in the upcoming All Bolosat marathon next week.
My name is Halson Guinyo. I'm 15 years old. I want to say thank you for that competition. So that is good. Anataka makochis wangu wabarikiwe tu na Mungu ja kutuma nikuje. So hivyo timu yetu ni team support. Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, that's just but a sneak peek of the activities that are currently underway in Olkalau. Come next week, we're going to be having the All Bolosat Cultural, Tourism, Sports and Blue Economy Festival that is to be graced by various government officials, and the chief guest is none other than Head of Public Service, that is Felix Koske, who is expected to be here next week for this particular festival. Stakeholders going forward have said that it is a key event, so to speak, that is not only going to put Nyandarua in the country's map, but also globally as an ideal destination for investments in blue economy, tourism, and culture. I'm Regina Manyara reporting live from Olkalau in Nyandarua County for KBC Channel 1. Now back to you, Broadcasting House.
And now in the sports arena, Kenya's junior starlets took a major step towards qualifying for the 2026 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup after defeating South Africa 2-0 in the first leg of their final qualifying tie in Pretoria. Faith Boke gave Kenya an early lead in the 14th minute before goalkeeper Michelle Okoyo produced a crucial penalty save just 3 minutes later to preserve the advantage. Brenda Cheng sealed the impressive away victory with a second goal in the 61st minute as Mildred Church's side delivered a disciplined performance to put one foot at the global showpiece. The junior starlets will now host the decisive second leg at Nyayo National Stadium on 12th of this month, carrying a 2-goal advantage into the return fixture. The winner on aggregate will secure a place on the 2026 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, with Kenya aiming to qualify for the tournament for a second consecutive time. Morocco coach Mohamed said the Atlas Lions are no longer a surprise package after reaching the FIFA World Cup quarterfinals with a convincing 3-0 victory over co-host Canada. Meanwhile, the quarterfinal lineup continues to take shape, with 5-time champions Brazil facing Norway tonight, while Mexico will take on England tomorrow morning. Don't miss all the action live on KBC Channel 1.
Morocco produced a clinical second-half display in Houston, with Anuachi scoring twice to seal victory despite Canada enjoying the better of the opening half. Ohabi dismissed suggestion that his sides are underdogs and said their success is as a result of consistency rather than surprise. The Atlas Lions will now face France in the quarterfinals after Le Bleu edged Paraguay 1-0 early today. Ohabi also insisted revenge for Morocco's 2022 World Cup semi-final defeat to France is not his team's motivation. Elsewhere, the quarterfinal lineup continues to take shape, with 5-time champions Brazil facing Norway tonight, while Mexico take on England tomorrow morning. Don't miss all the action live on KBC Channel 1.
Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin. Thank you for watching. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odingo. I'm Jackie Wembiru for the rest of the day.
The FIFA World Cup 2026, hosted by the Triumvirate of Canada, Mexico and the United States of America, promises to be blissful. Explore the most exciting edition of the tournament to date as 48 teams from around the globe compete in 104 fixtures across 16 host cities. We celebrate culture, friendship, and more importantly, monetizing talent at this first ever Tri-National World Cup from 11th of June to 19th of July 2026. Just like the formidable 10 African nations represented, be at the center of the FIFA World Cup 2026. 34 free-to-air matches live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
This is not your ordinary heart and soul.
My name's MC Mose Richards.
I'm Pauline Richards.
Tulipatana Dando back in high school. Mimi nikakuwa tu naona kadem kapumpum kako pale.
Sikuwa najua kuna that interest. Makosa kakafanyika.
To be precise.
Naenda kufanya mtihani. Ati akuruka na kukubali.
I got another lady. Tuko kwa group ya WhatsApp. Msichana ameadiwa. Kaslide kwa DM. So kufika kwa gate namuona and I'm like,
nilishtuka. Me just wanted him to come and meet watu oi. Took our son. Akamwambia me I want to reunite with mom. Dem siku ya harusi pia alitokelezea.
Mwingine akasema we.
Hakuna heartbeat. Akaanza kulia. Mimi na scream.